Welcome to the podcast, produced and rewritten by Cooper, Evelyn, and Nathan. The scene is where Ariete meets a boy in Chapter 9 of The Borrowers.
Ariete was outside for the first time because her dad left her outside when he was working. Ariete loved the feel of the grass and the beautiful sky. Then she got startled by this eyeball bigger than her head, which isn't saying much because she was as tall as a pencil. She was about to run when it said, "Don't move." Ariete thought this was the end, just like Evelyn. She thought this because Evelyn went missing and was thought to either be eaten by a cat or found by a person. It said, "I just want to talk." It sounded like a boy.
The boy says he's from India. He asks where she lives. She will not tell him. The boy threatens to beat her with a stick. She says, "All right," and is not afraid. He continues to threaten her, but he chickens out. He asks how old she is, and Ariete says proudly, 14 years old. He is 10 years old. He asks if she can read. Ariete says, "Well, of course." The boy says he can't. He says since he was born in India, it's hard for him to read English. He asks if he can go get a book, and she says yes, but not to go in the hall, because her father is borrowing in there and he will not want to be disturbed.
The boy listened to Ariete as she told him stories about her family, such as how her father's uncle barely survived a fishing trip while he was fishing for chunks of marrow. Then the boy told her how he thinks his parents think they saw a fairy, but Ariete responded saying, "That was my father." Then, when they finished talking and sharing stories as the boy ate flower petals, he told Ariete that there aren't any other borrowers left but her family, and when her parents died, she would be the only borrower left. Ariete was troubled by this. She was raised knowing that human beings were made for their assisting. Ariete was troubled by this news. She didn't want to acknowledge it being true. This worried her. Her father, Pod, then called her back home for tea. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Have a great day. From Cooper, Evelyn, and Nathan.